Hey guys, this is the vlogging author update. I say hi guys again. I'm just really talking to myself. I'm not expecting anybody to join or comment. But really good week on the book. From the point of view that the proposal had actually gone through, which was really positive. But then when I started writing the sample pages, I realized that actually the structure wasn't quite right. And I was actually overcomplicating what I needed to create and what I needed to write. So I hopped on a call with the potential publisher because I don't actually have a publisher at the moment. And it was a really super helpful call. She helped me basically helped me work out a new structure, and she loved kind of the new kind of angle. So it's still a book for parents, all about managing and supporting dyslexia, but she loved the new angle and the new kind of viewpoint and the content behind that. So I had to flesh out that proposal and turn it into an actual proposal, and then write 5,000, about 5,000 words, some sample pages from different sections of the book, which I have given a go. So I'd already had about 3,000 when I started writing it, and then realized that the proposal wasn't quite right. And what was really lovely was, interestingly, the really lovely potential publisher lady that I've been working with, I feel like she really gets me, which is really helping the process for sure. But interestingly, she's made me realize that actually, potentially, I am naturally good at this. And I think what's really interesting, what's really come up for me this week is some old stuff about my A-level English teacher and qualifications. So I didn't know I was dyslexic when I was at school. I didn't get any additional support. I wasn't identified. When I look back now, I didn't finish any of my exams really. They were all a big rush to complete in the time, and you had to take 3 A-levels, and A-level English was horrendous for me. And you can read Don't Forget to Smile if you want to know more about that. But I think one of the things that I've realized this week is that I'm better at English than I've given myself credit for. And actually, I love writing and I love putting words together, and I'm better at it than I think I am. And I think my A-level English teachers almost made me feel like, they made me feel like I couldn't write, and English wasn't my thing. And actually, I really enjoy writing, particularly writing from the heart. And actually, when the purpose is right, I can be quite good at it. So anyway, after this meeting on Wednesday, before I wrote any more text, I wanted to check that the text was kind of my writing style, and all of that was what the people wanted. And interestingly, it was. And I received a really lovely email, although now I can't find the email. Where have you gone? Or have I lost you? Are you still live? Yes, you're still there. Just to open my emails up on top. Had this really lovely feedback, basically saying that I've got the words now, basically saying that she loved my tone and that I had a good writing style. And I thought, that's really interesting. I don't think I've ever received anything positive from anybody about my writing from a teaching perspective. The publisher's not a teacher, but it's somebody that kind of knows English, and they are a teacher in as much as they're teaching me how to get a proposal through. They're teaching me how to write for an audience. So it just made me think about how the people that surround us and support us are kind of key to how our success, how they respond, the words that they use, the messaging, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, yesterday I didn't manage to get to writing the book. I had to prioritize writing reports. I also had to prioritize my own children because they're on holiday now. Even though they're teenagers, I still potentially have to drop them around, and they're still interrupting me because they're here wanting to know stuff. So it's still that kind of juggle of parenting and writing and work, and it's almost like adding another child into the mix with the book. But anyway, this afternoon I've managed to get into a real hyper focus, and I've written some really good stuff that I'm actually really happy with. So Those, it's now 8,000 words, have just gone off to the publisher, which is quite exciting. And then presumably they'll look at it, and it goes to a meeting at 8 o'clock on Monday morning. It's Friday now. It goes to a meeting on Monday where I'm assuming that there'll be more feedback on what I need to tweak or what I need to do next. I think it's still got a couple of stages before it actually goes to the round to decide whether they will actually take it on as a book or not, and whether they will actually publish it. But, every step is a step closer. And as I said in the very first video, I think whether I get a publisher or not, it is a book like I feel like I need to write. And it's really interesting because I didn't think that I had another book in me. And interestingly, I could have written for hours and hours and hours longer, but I have just stopped for a minute because I did just feel like I've done long enough today. The sun is shining. I need to go and pick a child up. I don't think I've actually eaten anything today, and it's 11 minutes past 4. Hashtag ADHD hyperfocus problem. But yes, that is where we are at. So that is the update right now. I am feeling pretty positive. And I'm saying that because when it comes back on Monday and it's either, no, we don't want to take it any further, or it's got virtual red pen all over it and I need to change the direction and it's not right, I'm remembering to hang on to this moment for a minute, hang on to the positivity that it is a journey. And yeah, where I am right now is feeling positive. It can feel positive again. It's a roller coaster, isn't it? But yeah, hopefully all is good. Oh, and somebody's actually logged on. Hi, Emily. Lovely to join you. Lovely to join me talking to myself, vlogging about the book and the author journey. Lovely to have somebody with me. Yeah, it's been a good afternoon, and I do feel really hopeful that I am going to create something that is really meaningful for parents. I think what was really interesting was I was almost overthinking it. And again, I wonder whether that comes back to that A-level English, that I don't know, that almost it needs to be complicated to be good, if that makes sense. And I feel like often I am quite simple in terms of how I see things. I don't often always use massive, great big long words. And my sentences might be short kind of in structure, but I guess it's that kind of feeling that I could be a writer. Even as a dyslexic, we can be writers, and we can do it. And actually, it doesn't need to be complicated in order to do that. And sometimes I guess the most simple things are the most impactful. So yeah, amazing. And what's also amazing is my first ever live view on YouTube. So I'm used to doing lives all the time on TikTok with quite a few people watching or popping in and out, but not used to anybody watching on YouTube. But that's a little celebratory moment that one person watching the live, yay, on YouTube. So amazing, little moment of celebration there. Cool. Anyway, I will update you next when I hear back from the publishers, hopefully early next week. But yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Exciting time.